This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.
These are strange times we live in. They say now you should use a condom for oral sex as well. What's happening to this world? I can't wait for the commercials. New Trojans with Retsin. It's a condom. It's a mint. It's a condiment.
I think the police department are entirely too lenient with these vicious exhibitions of sex.
So today we'll probably talk about sex, and then we'll probably talk about sex, and then we might talk about sex.
The Morning X, I remember as a young Barnes sneaking my copy of Behind the Green Door when the parents left. I know, I'm going to admit that I did it. I'm sure you did too, Jimmy. 150 times.
That was a classic. Although by today's standards, that's probably tame. I'd have to see it again compared to today's adult entertainment. By the way, we're going to talk to Marilyn Chambers, folks. If you got the kids in the car, if you're uncomfortable with sex talk, maybe this isn't the segment for you.
This might not be the segment for you.
That's what we're talking about.
If you're uncomfortable with sex, this might not be the show for you. But just for now,
Leslie, you gonna stay with us here?
I'm here.
Let's meet one of the acting giants. I love Marilyn Chambers. Hey, Marilyn.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Marilyn Chambers on the Morning X. Marilyn, I have to admit, I've seen you naked.
You have?
Yep.
Oh,
That's right.
my.
How many films did you do?
I did 5 feature X-rated films.
That's all? That's it?
Yeah.
I thought you did more than 5.
No. I had a series of Marilyn Chambers private fantasies, which was available only on videotape.
Yeah,
See, back then, there was no conception of that when I did Behind the Green Door. So these were films that were shown in theaters. They were called feature films.
Right. Now, would you say what I said in the introduction is
Right.
that? Would you say that's accurate? That by today's standards,
Yeah.
Behind the Green Door is tame?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
It was
days.
really not a lot of it shot from a gynecologist's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of above the waist, a lot of
It's what's on
face
HBO
shots,
today.
And I think that a lot of people thought they saw more than they did.
Right.
And
thought they did?
definitely by today's standards, it's tame.
They thought they saw more?
Yeah, she's saying that you're saying that there was a lot more left up to the imagination
Right.
then than there is today.
Exactly. Right.
We definitely live in leave as
Although,
little as
I mean,
possible.
it certainly was an adult film. Don't get me, I don't want other people to get the wrong impression. Of course, it was.
These days, shows like that, you could almost get it on Showtime.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Well, I don't know about that. But
Close.
Now, how old are you now?
I'm going to be 45.
You're going to be 45. So you were how old when you were doing Behind the Green Door?
About 19.
So we were
It was
trying.
1971. I graduated from high school in 70.
We were trying to think earlier if your career and Tracy Lord's career overlapped at any point.
We did. She was in one of my private fantasies, and they had to They had to take her out of it, which was a real pain in the neck because she went she went so far as to say that she hated every second of it, and she was underage and blah blah blah.
Oh, that's right, because she did a bunch of stuff underage.
Yeah, so they had to take her out of, which cost a lot of money, a lot of hassle.
She ever ask you for any advice?
No.
Okay.
She didn't need any. She looked like to me she was having a great time.
She was
Right.
a pro.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the most frequently asked question to you, Marilyn Chambers?
Well, number one is did you really enjoy it? And
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And another one, which I find to be kind of not invasive, but certainly, I mean, I don't understand the reason for it is how many men have I had?
You know what? I had that on my list of questions.
I bet you did.
Marilyn, come on. That's
I don't
a fair
know.
question.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like the
Right.
biggest slut in the world here, but it's just that and maybe it's the brain cells aren't kicking in here, but I don't. I didn't keep a list on my refrigerator or anything.
Over 500?
No.
Over 100?
Gosh, I don't know.
Got to be over 100.
How many times have you been tested for AIDS?
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months?
Oh, yeah.
Because back then, I mean, come on, there was a lot of...
no, back then it was all about cold sores and, the clap.
Were you ever approached by Larry Flint to be in Penthouse?
Well, he does Hustler.
Or Hustler. Sorry.
Actually, back then, that was considered a pretty disgusting magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still is, but...
Yeah, now it's art. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked Larry Flint. I've met him, and, he's a good guy. But it was, to be in that magazine that took it a level lower. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you were in Playboy, right?
It was better to be in Playboy or Penthouse. I wrote a column for Club Magazine. For 17 years, yeah.
Those are those extra big magazines.
I appeared on the cover twice a year. So actually, it was a conflict. So I never even really entertained the thought of doing Hustler.
What do you think it differentiates between a good adult film actress and a bad one? What's the secret?
Well, it helps if they're not looking at their watch.
Yeah, so they got to sell. They got to sell it.
Well, I think the thing is that you have to make people believe that this is the most... you're having the time of your life, absolutely, and that you're into every second of this thing. And a lot of it, like I say, it doesn't have to be all the insertion and blah, blah, blah shots. A lot of it, when they pan to your face and you look in your eyes, there's got to be something there.
It's all acting.
I'll tell you what.
It's acting, but also I don't like to hear a lot of talking. I think that really destroys the moment.
Right.
And a lot of the talking should be scripted in the sex scenes, which it's not.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear, oh, God, oh, God. What you actually do in your bedroom is really not a big turn-on to somebody that's watching it on the screen. It has to be a little bit more than that.
How many men have you had sex with at once?
Oh, God.
This interview isn't over. More after a quick break. You can also find it and more on the Morning X with Barnes and Leslie podcast. You're inside the best of the Morning X.
Hi, I'm Joe Saul-Sehy, host of the Stacking Benjamins podcast. Today, we're going to talk about what if you came across $50,000. What would you do?
Put it into a tax-advantaged retirement account.
The mortgage, that's what we do.
Make a down payment on a home.
Something nice.
Buying a vehicle.
A separate bucket for this addition that we're adding.
$50,000, I'll buy a new podcast
You'll
partner.
buy new friends. And we're done. Thanks for playing, everybody. We're out of here. Stacking Benjamins. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.